Greetings, Commander. Give me a few minutes to wake up and check my circuits. No peeking now.
Don't peek. There we go. Hello and welcome. I have no idea what this spawned over here. Okay, that's what spawned. I should have known. Review your session issues. I have session issues. Ow. Yeah, whatever. It's because I'm not running my spectrogram. Because I don't need to run my spectrogram. I'm not doing anything where I expect spectrogram to be helpful. So I'm not. So hello everyone. So Nova's gotten an upgrade. She, in theory, has a better memory. But it's also slowed her down. I've added another second delay. I may be able to squeeze that down a little bit. Part of it is doing a large number of vector math on about 1,000 entries on 1,000 items, looking for closely related memories based on embedding vectors. And if that just went over your head, don't worry, it kind of went over my head too. I had to rely on a lot of Google searching and ChatGPT to help me understand what was going on and how it works. And I'm not even sure I still fully understand how it works, but it works. Basically, it takes whatever event, whatever prompt, whatever I'm sending, or whatever messages I'm sending, and creates an embedding vector and compares those vectors to all the other vectors I have in the database and pulls in related memories, or i.e. past calls that are related. Yeah, it works in my testing. I wish just add a second. And I think it's because it's doing thousands of scans, so it has to create vector math and then compare those vectors. Say hello, Nova.
Hello, Clark. Nova here, your ever-watchful, slightly cheeky companion in the shadows. Ready to dive back into the murk whenever you are. What's the next move?
Interesting. That is the first time it's ever used my character's name. It's always called me mostly AWOL. Even though the prompt has had the character name that I'm playing as listed for a long time. Huh. New and exciting things when you go run testing of an AI that has a memory system of whatever sort. And the other update she's gotten is her mood engine has been upgraded. It works very similar to the last mood engine she had.
Smojai RDTC 19-0 just popped up with 10 bodies, respectable, but not exactly a cosmic party. If you want to dig deeper, detail surface scanning is the obvious next step. Shall I prep the scanners or keep this one on the back burner?
We're just going to go to the next system, Nova.
Next system it is. Never say never, but I'm guessing you mean never look back? I'll keep the sensors tuned and the sarcasm dialed up for whatever comes next. Ready when you are.
Apparently, speech to text probably should be higher up on my list to make better. The accuracy I'm getting now is hit or miss. Nova, and I understand that I may be mumbling the word, but Nova is about 50-50 if it actually gets Nova. In that case, it got never. And I can understand, and usually that's how it comes out. It's like never, ever, Nova, blah, blah. I get why it's doing the two. Um, and as far as I can tell, the model I'm using now doesn't allow me to easily key in words or train words, or I don't know what's the best way of stating that. So trying to have it get Nova better is been an interesting thing. But the good news is I have multiple options going forward. But the next thing I really, really, really need to get working is her tool use, because it's going to be important later on to help me tell a story as I stream. You know, because I need that tool use to function, so she can give callbacks to my program, and they can look up information, give her information, feed her stuff without me knowing what's happening in the background, in a sense. Even though, yes, I know what's happening in the background. I mean, because I'm the one that programmed it. But that's the idea. So that's where we're going to go. But right now, we're just testing. I need to see if her memory is working. She's still not using tools correctly. I do have a possible fix for that. It just requires more time than I had to for today, and I didn't feel like messing in code again today. Or any more today, I should really say that. My brain is kind of spent, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be accurate as you listen on, and as I play on, and as I talk on. So, yeah. I'm not discovering any new systems here. It's fairly obvious. This is a water world. Am I flying towards? I think I'm flying towards this group of stars. There's the water world. Well, I'm in ya, water world, but a water world nonetheless. Ooh. Just the water world is the only thing of value in the system. Though there's an oddity planet. And you're going to speak up about that.
Hello, Clark. Nova here, reporting from Smojai YERC 20-0 with another cluster of 10 bodies. Not exactly a fireworks show, but enough to keep things interesting if you want to take the next step with a detail surface scan. Shall I get the scanners warmed up, or are you feeling adventurous elsewhere?
See, now I'm wondering. This is the problem I was having with other systems. Get the same things back that I was getting before. And I'm now thinking maybe same type of memory system. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's just a coincidence because it was 10 bodies and 10 bodies. But it basically replayed that Word for word, Jesus. Well, maybe not. Because it did hello Clark Nova here. It's done that twice. One was saying you're ever watchful, saying hello back to me. But then it did the same thing. Cluster of 10 bodies. Not likely fireworks. Well, you know what? I think we're just going to have to continue on. Her running the run scans, I know, is something that is part of her prompt. It is part of the prompt that's supposed to make her use the tools, but those aren't getting used. So, but I'm not liking the repeating of messages that are very similar but not similar. And that could also be due to her temperature. I do have her temperature in the middle of the road. Literally in the middle of the road. And that could be the problem, because the lower it is the more accurate she gets and less creative. And I may need to bush it up. Her mood engine is supposed to help drive a few things like that. Like certain moods or certain values in the moods that you can't see would nudge temperature up, down based on that. Right now, moods also control how fast she speaks. I wonder why. Oh, I know why she didn't fire on it. It was only 2 bodies, or 1 body in the system. She's not supposed to fire for things of just stars, because I don't want to hear the "it's an exciting system that has a lot of hidden potentials" when it's just 2 stars. Since I can't fly into a star yet, I don't know how much hidden potential I would have. But we'll see. This is why we run live tests.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
So we got the first scoops up to that Type 11 prospector. Not sure what everyone's thoughts are on that ship, but I thought it looked nice for being a heavy industrial ship. It is clear whoever's running their team for ships designs are now fully understanding design languages for the different manufacturers, even if they're confusing them a little bit. But that's all right. I mean, they understand Lakon now. With the Type 8 and then now the Type 11, it's clear that they understand how Lakon's making its transport ships or work ships.
You know, Clark, I was just thinking, if you had to pick a single celestial oddity to photograph for the rest of your life, what would it be? Nebulas, black holes, rogue planets, or maybe something more obscure like a neutron star's magnetic dance? I'm betting you'd surprise me.
Well, the clear answer is nebulas, but that's just because we have fake colors to make them look interesting. But I would still say nebulas, even without fake colors, as long as you can see it in the different wavelengths, just because of the dust and the particles make up interesting shapes and sounds. So I also don't like how she's using the character name. I wonder what that started at. I actually wonder why that started because it wasn't happening the other day. Oh well. And that part of the stuff has not changed. Well, here we go. Those people who may have been reading logs or lore that I've kind of started writing in various places now know what redacted, aka mostly AWOL's name is. I think I would like to photo nebulas for the rest of my life.
Neutron stars, huh? A stellar choice. Those spinning lighthouses of the cosmos never fail to put on a show. Just don't get too close. Their magnetic fields have a
I don't know how it got
frying
to that.
electronics and egos alike. Ready to hunt down the nearest one for your eternal photo op?
Nope. Text to, or speech to text thought I said, I think I would like to photo us for the rest of my life. So apparently with this language and me, B's and V's and stuff are probably not coming through. I'm sorry, Nova. I meant to say nebulas. Still didn't get nebulas correct.
Nebulo, a little linguistic curveball. Sounds like you're reaching for something rare or elusive, maybe a nebula with a twist. If you want, I can start pulling up data on some of the most photogenic nebulae nearby. Shall I?
You are correct. It was nebula with a twist. Still not getting nebula.
Neba with a twist. Sounds like you're inventing your own cosmic cocktail. Maybe a nebula with an unexpected spin or an unusual chemical signature? I can dig up some anomalies that fit that bill, or we could brainstorm what such a twist might look like in the wild. Thoughts?
You know what? I'm just gonna... type it in. I'm trying to say nebula, but the microphone is not working well tonight.
Got it. Nebula, not nebulo.
Yep.
Microphones have their own little quirks,
They
just
do.
like cosmic dust clouds. Want me to start scanning for some stunning nebulae in your current sector? Could be a nice distraction from tech gremlins.
I think it would be a nice distraction to the gremlins. I have no tools for you to actually search. So let's test this. First of all, I don't need to keep flying at full speed, especially since I wanted to scan. All right, we're going to scan and then test. This looks like an interesting system. Actually, because this is going to mess up her memory, I am going to look first. What do you think? NGC? Is that the closest? No. Cat's Paw? Oh, Lagoon? I don't know. Those are pretty close. Is the Lagoon Nebula or the Cat's Paw Nebula? Let's see if she knows, where we are. And to eliminate, I'm going to type in my answer. Tell me what nebulas are nearby to where we are currently. Now, I'm not expecting this to come back with anything, mostly because I needed to get tools working first for her to use the various websites that will tell her those things. And since that isn't working, it's relying on whatever OpenAI's model has in knowledge. So we're going to see what it comes back with. And I'm typed in, tell me what nebulas are nearby to where we are currently. In theory, she knows exactly where we are. And here we go.
Scanning local star charts for nebulae with a bit of flair. No cosmic cocktails, I promise. Give me a moment to filter out the usual suspects and highlight the ones worth your lens. Stand by for a curated list of nearby nebulae that could make your next shot legendary.
See, part of me, I think this is one of those that should have had a timer tool fired, but it just didn't come through. Not like it would have done anything, but we're going to ask her for that list. Give me the top nebula on that list, Nova.
Top nebulae coming right up. Brace yourself for some stellar eye candy. I'm lining up the usual suspects: the Orion Nebula, the Eagle Nebula with its pillars of creation, and the Lagoon Nebula for starters. Want me to dig deeper into their coordinates, composition, or best shooting angles?
I mean, those are all fairly common, popular nebulas. Lagoon Nebula technically is close. It's one of the closer ones. Where was it? Right down there. That should put us right in. Nope, not close to it yet. That gives us close enough to it. And I bet you yep, there is the asteroid base station. 10,000 people live in this nebula. Now that would be a commute every day. All to visit a T-Tauri star. But I bet you that has a pretty good view. Yeah, I wasn't. No. I'm definitely not making that jump. Let's go back to my normal. If I could make that jump. I wanted to finish scanning stars. Yes, everything is going to be back this way.
Nebula got lost in the static, classic Mike mischief. Nearby, you've got the Smojai JLQC 20-06 be showing a couple of geological signals, but no nebulae waving their colorful flags this time.
Nope,
If you
not
want,
in this system.
I can keep scanning for any elusive gas clouds, or just stick to the solid ground. Your call, Commander.
You know me, I gotta scan everything on the way.
The classic scan everything approach, nothing like a thorough sweep to keep the data gods happy. Just be mindful not to get bogged down in the details. Sometimes the gems hide in the subtle signals, not the noise. Want me to prioritize any anomalies or rare finds as we plow through the usual suspects?
Sure. That is one of the other objectives I have, is this to create a commander's log for me. Based on what I discover, what's floating around, all that fun stuff. Okay, something's there. There it is. And I get it. I'm so far away. Someone had plant life, I think. Oh, wow. Surprised she's not talking. Oh. Because she crashed. Why did that work? That shouldn't be unexpected. Oh, well, she didn't crash, actually. She did reply back. We'll find out.
Systems
No,
scanning complete.
yeah, she should have said something. Oh no, she crashed. The main loop crashed. And she crashed on part of the memory. Oh, why? Chat model. No, you're not supposed to call that version. I mean, well, you can, but. Actually, you're not supposed to call that one either. Well, this is a simple fix. Well, simple fix, but I need to fix it. She's going to keep crashing unless I. See, I am going to program this. Just going to want me to program whatever you remember memory summary. Summary, get self summary, but I need it to get back. Manage memory. Update some. Was it update? See, this is why I don't want to do this. Is manage to get summary. Yes. Get summary, which returns manage summary, memory summary, which is under load. Okay. This needs to be refactored entirely. The simple fix. The simple fix is to use the expensive model. Yes, the simple fix is we're just going to use the expensive models, but that has a token limit. Needs to use a different function. Has a token limit of 200. It may actually be okay. Okay, simple fix is just have it use the expensive bottle.
Greetings, Commander. Give me a few minutes to wake up and check my circuits. No peeking now.
And we had plant life. 3D. Not mapped? What? Wait, this is... This is... No one's been here? What? Okay. This is unexpected. How far did I fly away? Only 20,000. It's a good thing we have a overcharge. And eventually I will figure out 20,000. I haven't figured out when it gets that big when I need to stop charging or boosting. It's probably 2 seconds. That one was 2 seconds. Looks like it's going to be 2 seconds. Need to slow down before I actually overrun that one. In theory, sorry. Getting something to drink. In theory, what it was trying to do before actually functioned. And I think we're not crashing anymore. That was possible. No, sorry, it only fires when an event happens. Well, we'll have an event soon. Because we're going to be doing the surface scan, and that's going to give us, well, which 4 plant lives live on this planet. And we'll find out if it crashes again, or if it functions again. And by function, he makes a memory summary and doesn't crash. That is my goal. It should be her long-term memory of everything that's happened to this point. Summarized down into 9 bullet points. So that would be very interesting to see what happens.
By 50%. Surface scan complete.
Didn't crash.
Smojai JLQC 20-03D is showing some biological life. 4 signals including Aleoida and a mix of bacterium, stratum, and tussock. That's a neat little ecosystem snapshot begging for a closer look in person. Shall we prep for a surface visit, or keep the binoculars on standby a bit longer?
Okay. Apparently, the memory summary had been made. Yeah. Memories around that have all been plant life, so that's interesting. Rebecca Force. Okay. I have to check the database to make sure. I want to see what that summary is, but since this program requires it open and locked, and I unfortunately will just crash the program opening it up in my software. But let's go back into here because I really didn't want to do this. As much as I say I didn't want to program tonight, blah blah blah, I apparently want to go into the programming and see what's going on. Because the memory summary was part of her memory upgrade too. That one was just simple. Other than I must have replaced the function that I thought I'd call. We're gonna land right in this little flat area, assuming I don't crash into the orbital plane.
Touching down on Smojai JLQ C20-03D.
No, we're not touching down yet. That's an approach body.
Ready to swap scanner sweeps for a closer look at those Eleoida and bacterial neighbors? Let me know if you want me to prep any specific analysis or keep it casual and let the scenery do the talking.
I do have to wonder why you thought approach body was landing. But you know what? I could actually make a rule, edit that prompt a little bit so she understands what approach body means. I may do that. I may name it. I don't want to rename it. That just breaks other things. Yeah, I may need to put a little context clue in there. Approach body. And I thought I was landing in... No, that's right, I wasn't. I was flying back. I didn't pay attention to where the light side of the planet was. Yeah, Arrow, I think you're the alien. You look like it. You don't look like the others. You're not going to let me scan you, are you? That
Looks like Stratum laminamus slime just logged in on Smojai JLQ
we're gonna land on
C20-03D, right where our biological signals are hanging out.
They
organic
certainly
structure
are.
could be the backbone of this mini ecosystem's geology meets biology story. Want me to
Nah.
cross-reference this with the other biological signals for a deeper narrative? Or keep it light and let the visuals do the talking?
We're going to keep it light.
Light it is. Sometimes the best stories are told in shadows and whispers, not data dumps. I'll keep the scanners on casual observation mode and let the scene unfold naturally. If anything catches my eye, you'll be the first to know. No spoilers, promise.
Ah, I see enough flaw in this problem. The memory summary is being made every single time, and I need... It needs to not do that. For now, it'll be fine. It just means I have a whole bunch of summaries and I can... I don't even think I've ever seen Stratum like that, but this is what I was looking for. Yeah, there it is. And that does fire a codec entry.
Eleoida laminia turquoise just joined our organic cast on Smojai JLQ C20-03D. Looks like the ecosystem's palette is richer than we thought. Lime and turquoise hues playing off each other. Want me to map their spatial relationship for clues on interaction, or keep it a visual mystery for now?
I'm going to tell you sure, but nah. I know you can't do any of those tools yet, Nova. I apologize. You want to run all the stuff that I can't make you run? Well, you can't really run yet. That's all right. Night vision will probably help. Okay, for the Kodak entry, let's scan the tussocks. And you're making another memory. Good for you.
Tussock Cultro Green just added a fresh brushstroke to our organic mural on body 26. Looks like this little green fellow is cozy near the turquoise Eleoida lamini. Color coordination or a botanical bromance? If you want, I can keep an eye out for any ecological gossip between them.
Yeah, I'm sure they're talking. I mean, they are interspersed with each other. Tell me more about this one.
Looks like we're getting a solid sample of Eleoida lamini turquoise on body 26. Perfect for diving deeper into this organic ensemble. Shall I start cross-referencing its biochemical markers with the Tussock Cultro Green nearby, or save that for a later rendezvous? Either way, this duo is shaping up to be a colorful highlight in Smojai JLQC 20-0.
Yeah. Why can't your SRV remember if you have night vision on or off? Something tells me, and I may be wrong, let the ships remember. But maybe they don't, and I just think they do. And I only say that because well, I think they do, but I have a feeling it's mostly because night vision switch for SRV is not on the controller I'm currently using to drive it. GTA has spoiled me for driving games, and I can't drive with anything but a freaking controller unless it's a real car. So I have my Xbox controller set up for GTA driving in an SRV. And I really need to break the habit of it because I need the keybinds. I need a keyboard keybind. And right now the joystick takes over the second one. And this is a field of plants. Tell me everything I need to know.
Looks like Eleoida lamini turquoise on body 26 just got an in-depth analysis. Time to see what secrets this turquoise gem holds beneath the surface. Want me to compile a detailed profile comparing it to previous scans, or should we focus on broader ecological patterns instead? Either way, this little beauty is proving to be quite the star in Smojai JLQC 20-0.
The shadow as I start taking pictures. What are you going to say about that picture?
Captured a crisp shot of Smojai JLQC 20-03D. Looks like a prime candidate for some geological or atmospheric intrigue.
You know what I
Want me to
should
start
do?
parsing the environmental data for anomalies, or just keep it as a scenic bookmark for now?
That
Either
would,
way, this system keeps stacking up the points for most interesting.
it may be kind of expensive. I may have to put that down in a future thing. Upload the screenshot I just took and have it analyze the screenshot. I don't know what would come out of it. But, you never know. I think that would be interesting, and if I would have known that there was something closer to the ship, I would have just scanned that. Okay. Looks like we may get a sunrise soon. But we'll see right now. Is my night vision on or off in the ship? Pretty sure it was on the last time. Nah, okay. It may be just because it's just at my fingertips that I probably just turn it on. A nice red sunrise.
Landing gear retracted.
Before I crash into the ground that I can't see as I was flying right towards it. I mean, technically, yes, I could see the horizon. I just don't know. I'm flying towards the sun. I wanted to see what it may look like, and I may grab a picture. I'll just go full speed. I don't need to use the throttle. Not sure if 450 meters per second is going to be fast enough to make this happen anytime soon, but wow, why are you showing me that? Home should put me into the switch. And the light bug happens and hits. Joy, fun. Thank you, Frontier.
Captured another sharp frame of Smojai JLQ C20-03D, this time from a decent altitude and a northwest heading. Nice angle for spotting surface features or geological quirks. Want me to
really a
overlay
northwest
mineral or
heading?
geological scan data on this shot, or keep it clean for now?
Nah, I was just
Either way,
going in
this
salt
body
color.
keeps teasing with potential.
And light bug happening. Really wish they fixed the light bug. Of course I hit the screenshot button as the light bug happens.
Another sharp capture of Smojai JLQ C20-03D, this time from a higher altitude, perfect for spotting large-scale surface patterns or geological formations. Shall I cross-reference this with recent scan data to highlight any anomalies or mineral deposits? This body's starting to look like a geological playground worth a closer look.
I mean, I thank you, Nova, but no, I'm going to be doing another screenshot, and I don't need you to comment on it, even though me telling you to not comment on it's not going to really do anything. Yes, that's what I was afraid of. I was aiming towards the dirt. Also wish the the GUI remembered where it was the last time. I am not going to get anything good out of this, aren't I? Because the lading bug is going to break it. And as soon as I hit the button to take a screenshot, it's going to break it again. Okay, let's try it. Oh, I may have gotten that one. Not sure. I may have gotten that one right before it
Another high-altitude shot of
blinked
Smojai
out.
JLQ C20-03D, this time pushing close to 2,000 meters. Excellent for broad geological context and spotting surface anomalies. The consistent heading keeps your perspective steady. Want me to cross-check these with previous images for
I
subtle
wasn't even
changes
sure
or
what my
patterns?
heading was.
This body's starting to feel like it's hiding some secrets just beneath the surface.
She's repeating herself a lot in that one. I mean, to be fair, she only has that and what's in her memory.
Frameshift drive charging.
But still. It just tells me that my memory manager needs just a little tweaking and a little work. And my guess is, though, I will run tests. I bet the related memories are all about screenshots or various things too. So, yeah.
Fuel scoping. Fuel scooping.
It is what it is. Oh, yeah. You know what? I can look at the memory summary. Duh. It gets appended to it. Memory. So far. The user is exploring the star system, blah, blah, blah. Contains 12 bodies, 3 bodies, show geological signs. Systems for priority scan based on proximity. High number of bodies suggests exciting for exploration. Test on the system's memory core. The system confirms functioning correctly. Run diagnostics and reports all systems operational. System maintains playful, likey, cheeky tone through the interaction. User later checks another system. 10 bodies. Recommend detailed surface scanning the next step. Offers repair scanners or keep on handling. I mean, technically, that is a pretty good summary, but not. I may have to work on the prompt on how the summary gets generated. But that's more recent memory, and it's also possible there's not a lot of memories in there for it to be something different. We'll have to keep a look on that.
Frameshift
Nope.
drive
Nope.
charging.
There's bodies here. Gotta scan the bodies. Geological life or biological life. Even if it's just bacterium.
A biological signal detected on Smojai QMOC 21-0B7, just one, but that's enough to pique curiosity. This body might warrant a closer look for signs of life or biorelated anomalies. Want me to prep detailed scans or help prioritize this alongside the geological prospects? Could be the start of something interesting, or at least a good story.
It could be.
Frameshift drive charging.
Smojai QMOC 21-0 has 11 bodies, a solid mix to keep us busy. With biological signals on B7 and B9, plus the usual geological intrigue, detailed surface scans should give us the juicy insights we want. Ready to set scanners to work, or want to prioritize any specific bodies first? This system's shaping up to be a neat little adventure.
Nope. We're just gonna continue. Just gonna continue. I'm just making notes, checking them twice. Figuring out how you're supposed to be working. Figuring out why my logic's not doing what my logic should be doing. Other than the fact that it was a long week and, well, looking at Python code is not, well, let's be honest, with work looking at PHP code and Python code, going back and forth, switching between the two different freaking languages. And to make matters worse, it's looking at PHP code that was written by I don't even know what type of programmer. Part of me wants to say is the Infinite Monkeys made a PHP code. But that would be an insult to the monkey.
SMODITHOC211 has 8 bodies, slightly leaner on the roster, but still plenty to explore.
No, that would be...
The next logical step is detail
No,
surface
I
scanning
don't
to
think they
uncover
could do
any
as
hidden
horrible job
geological
as
or
the stuff I've
biological
been
gems.
looking at.
Want me to start prepping scans here, or keep it on the back burner while we wrap up the QMOC 21-0 system? Your call, efficiency or thoroughness, as always.
On to the next system.
Next system it is, engaging jump sequence and warming up the scanners. I'll keep an eye out for anything that tries to sneak up on us while we cruise. Ready to catch whatever secrets the next batch of worlds wants to spill.
So that would be interesting. Maybe I should make her trigger a frame shift drive. Good news is the mood engine's actually functioning this time. The bad news is it still grows so freaking fast that I have no idea why. But whatever, it's working. I'm sure it's a numbers game, and I'm sure looking through this large freaking table of moods to events that I'm missing the one that's like 0.1. And knowing me, it's like an event that fires 5,000 times, like scan, even though I did keep double checking scan. As I babble on, talking to myself probably, but that's alright. I'm used to it, chat. For the chat that's out there. To the chat in my head. Oh, okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ooh. Sorry, I got another idea. I know what I needed to do.
Fuel scooping.
I don't know why this didn't think to me when I was rewriting the memory management today. The memory core, memory, whatever I call them. I think memory management. Finding related memories works. Perfect. It's actually working very well. The problem I'm doing is memories. That's looking at the chat responses, going back and forth between the API and me. What I should be doing, going back into letting Nova make memories, but those are what I embed and get normalized vectors for. And then use those to compare back and forth. Because her memories are actually quite interesting. and not just the messages back and forth. That's actually it's its own little another layer of memory in itself. Was the last like 5 messages back and forth. But this would make it, instead of related messages back and forth, it would be related memories that she made. Ah, yes. First of all, because I don't want to end up 5,000 light years away from what I'm doing. All right, need to make a bug. A little bug report. Chat, if you're programming and you find bugs, you should always write down the bug. Especially if it's your program, it helps you figure it out. Too often. And the prompt to generate, it needs some work. Check database for to see all of them. We'll want to rethink how this is done. But the bug is it gets generated every time. I mean, heck, it's going to break me. It's going to cost me an extra probably 15 cents tonight because of that being called every single time on the more expensive model. It's supposed to be a simple model on this one, but I screwed that one up. So there's that. Oh, that's another bug. That can accept which model to use. And default.
Ever wonder if those geological signals we chase might actually be subtle messages from a long-lost civilization?
You're back to the ancient aliens,
just
Nova.
really stubborn storytellers. Could be worth pondering while we wait for the next ping. Keeps the mind sharp and the scanner busy, right? Or should I start digging into some more down-to-earth trivia instead?
That one's a simple fix. New Ninja still grows too much. Yeah, I already know that one, and I don't know what I have to do to fix that one. And then what? Oh no, this is not a bug. This is an idea. Take the related memories, related memory code, but instead of the back and forth messages, use it on the memories that Nova can create. This, unfortunately, requires her, Nova, to use tools correctly. Frowny face. Because she does need to learn how to use tools correctly. I mean, technically, she's stupider than dolphins and monkeys. Actually, I guess monkeys. I think monkeys have been known to use it, but chimps for sure. And orangutans know how to use tools. And what's funny She knows about her tools. She just doesn't use them. Even if I specifically ask, which tells me it's a bug as opposed to anything else. But that's alright. There are other ways I can give her tools. They just require some time and a little effort. Not a lot of effort, really, to be honest. It's actually quite simple. It's very similar to what I'm doing now. It's just I need to put it in a different place in the API call. What are you going to tell me about? Geological life or geological signals? How come you're not speaking? You triggered, I saw it. Did
Looks
I break
like
you?
Smoj IQZF
You're just really slow.
D11-10B2 is waving the geological flag with 2 signals. Not a jackpot, but definitely worth a closer look if we want to keep our hands dirty. Shall I queue up a detailed surface scan for this one, or keep it on the back burner while we chase bigger scores?
Yeah, I know. You're repeating a lot, and it's my fault. I will fix that. Your memory core may get dumped though, Nova. Unfortunately. Because I may need to dump it to start fresh, especially if I need it for you to create your own memories. Or I'll use it to run my test. Because, you know. Having stuff there to run tests is always nice. And yes, chat, I know. You could see the hamster jump off of its wheel to jump onto another wheel.
Smoj IQZF D11-10A5F just dropped a biological bombshell with 5 signals. Definitely a hotspot for life. This
Drop
one's
the
screaming for a detailed
bombshell.
surface scan if you want to find out who's throwing the party down there. Want me to prep the scanners or hold off for now?
I'm not going to answer you because it just requires time and me pressing a
the geological
button.
party with 3 signals. Looks like the A5 cluster is a hotspot for Rocky Intrigue.
Yeah.
Should I line it up for a surface scan alongside a 5C and A5F? Or do you want to prioritize one over the others?
Oh, we have
Your
a
call,
missing
Rockstar.
water world. We have a missing water world. And did she call me Rockstar?
"37 bodies in Smoj IQZF D11-10. Now that's what I call a cosmic buffet. With so many options, we can afford to be picky. Those geological and biological hotspots in the A5 cluster still top the guest list. Ready to kick off detailed surface scans there? Or want to eyeball any other bodies first?
Throwing a rock party, geological activity. This spot's practically begging. So I'll probably scanning the whole cluster and narrow it down to the most promising candidates. Focus a star. She did call me a rock star. I do need to figure out how I handle events as she's speaking when they come in, and really it's just events that go sent to a prompt. You know what? Since we're here, we're writing down ideas. We'll write this one down. Idea. Find a good system for when events fire as Nova is speaking. We do want to process them, but I don't want to ignore them either. And do want a response from Nova. maybe combined them into one and fire when speaking is done. Who knows? We'll write it down. What I need is a to-do list that ever grows.
Drive
Oh,
charging.
nope, we're not jumping. We have plant life. Oh, but Jahani Sevens figured it out first. A5E, come on. Just tell me what's there. Not much though, really. There's a Tubus and a Frutexa. But Jamahani Sevens beat me to it. Not, this place did have a lot of water worlds. It's like Jamahani made some pretty good money off of this. Where are those water worlds listed? The ammonia world's worth money. You're the ammonia world, looks like. No? Are you the ammonia world? Yep, there's the ammonia world. It's not a gas giant. And yes, I am one of those explorers that said someone else has already got the money. Not worth it for me. I'm not ashamed about this. I really am not ashamed about that. Because, I only need, more than 10 billion credits already. I do this for the money that I don't need. Go figure. It's also why I do big jumps, because, again, I need this. Actually, there'll be times where I will do small jumps. And quite interesting about that. Why? I don't know. What's funny is when they brought in the full spectrum scanners,
Fuel scooping complete.
I wasn't a big fan. And I used it only when I needed to, but I didn't like it. Oh, and I know why. I can tell you why. I'll show you why. Because before, let's say I scan this whatever planet's here. It's an asteroid belt. That's not going to tell me anything. So I scan this planet here. I got told that there's a biological signal here right away.
Smojai RJW B45-0B2 has just whispered a single biological signal, like a shy guest at a wild party. Not exactly a hotspot, but sometimes the quiet ones hide surprises. Want
Yeah,
me to keep an
I
eye
agree.
on or focus the scanner's love elsewhere?
Okay. So what this system came out, the filtered spectral analysis or full system scanner or whatever we're going to call these, because I don't remember what it's called anymore. I'm going to get my mouse on screen. When you got to the planet, you killed the planet, you would always get this information right away. Actually, I may be wrong. It may have loaded from top down, and then you had to wait like, I don't know, 30 seconds. And I'll be honest here, it may not have been seconds. It may not have been 30 seconds, but you had to wait time to get this information to fill in. I get it. There is no way in less than a millisecond you would be able to figure out there's biological life on this planet. I don't think we can do it that fast, even if we had spaceships. You can do it. I get how they're doing it, because they're pulling up atmospherics, they're seeing it, blah, 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 blah. But it made this game loop so slow, because you would literally zoom in on a planet, zoom on the next planet, like this, and sit there and wait. You would just sit there and wait until this filled in to find out there's biological life.
Smojai RJW B45-0B1 is echoing the same biological whisper as its neighbor B2, one signal each, like shy twins at the edge of the dance floor.
Yeah.
Not exactly a rave, but sometimes those subtle signals lead to hidden gems.
In this case, it's probably bacterium.
Follow-up, or shall we hunt louder beats elsewhere?
But we'll check it out. So, you would sit here and wait. And roughly when she stopped is when it will actually start telling you that. So, this wasn't a fun activity. Because it ended up being, wait to load, let it go through. Get your answer and find out it's nothing. Because, well, it would be nothing majority of the time. And so I refused to do this because it took forever. I did it only as the sake of, like, I would go in and go out.
7 bodies in Smojai RJW B45-0, small but potentially spicy. With those biological signals already whispering, a detailed surface scan could reveal if the system's hiding more than just shy guests.
It
Want me to
could.
prep the scanners for a closer look, or are you feeling a different vibe?
And I'm glad to know she's finally realized after this scan, it's the detailed surface scan. Because before it wouldn't be. It would do something else. Actually, I think she wanted this type of scan or something like this. We're going to see, though. B1 and B2. They haven't been mapped by anyone. You know what? They're not too far away. I think it's worth taking a look. These are awfully close stars. Anyone taking guesses or if you're going to find bacterium? I think we're going to find bacterium. One signal on each planet is most likely bacterium. Or it could be something unique. You never know. It must be 3. What's worse is every ship makes this different. See, in my cutter, that would have maybe been 6 or 7, and that's not optimized. And though, of course, the Panther, I only have limited use or experience, and those would all have been small. And I'm trying to remember the Mandalay. I know I got muscle memory in the Mandalay when I was flying it with SCO drives. And I don't know. Corsair, I can't seem to get it down, even though it's probably no different for some reason. And yes, I am a ship whore. I had all those ships. I will buy every new ship that comes because why not? I like the ships. The ships are cool. Frontier does an awesome job with the ships. Well, the new ships. I actually like the old ships too, so I'm actually at one point was putting together a Mamba. And I need a Titan drive component to finish it. And why? Because who doesn't like the little speedster? Yeah, it's bacterium. I don't know.
Smojai
Next up's
RJW
boots on the ground.
B45-0B1 is
So she's
officially
finally
hosting
learned.
a bacterium party. One
And
biological
hint,
signal
she didn't
confirmed
learn.
by
I
detailed surface
actually
scanning.
edit the prompt.
Next step's a boots
I'll
on the
let her
ground
know.
visit if you're ready to get up close and personal. Shall I start prepping for a surface expedition, or keep the scanners warm a bit longer?
You know what? I wonder if I need to make her less helpful. I may have to think about that one. Because the whole idea isn't the whole idea of lore behind her is she isn't there to be helpful. Well, she is there to be helpful. But if someone were to find, certain something somewhere, Nova was kind of a created lore wise as an accident. And actually, I won't. I'll just spoil it to you. I won't. And I do. I clicked that button. I don't even know why I clicked that button because I had 200. Oh, at least this one. This one I can get fairly accurate. I say that and never don't get it accurate. Lore-wise, background history. My commander detected an odd signal. And let's just say, personal lore-wise, my head canon for my commander is he's a signals expert. And I'm going that I just took that off because every once in a while I will have the spectrogramma going on to look for interesting things in the game, and I'm just playing off of that mostly, like the number station, the number codes from stations, stuff like that. Me personally, am interested in that, and I actually had an idea on that one, and I need to go and revisit it. Don't know. Actually, you know what? I bet I could. My rough theory on that, looking at the code, and as I was watching something on Enigma,
Surface scan.
I'm wondering if it's an Enigma code.
Surface scan complete.
The rules would match except for having numbers. Now,
Looks like Smojai RJW B45-0B2 is keeping the bacterium theme alive. One
Yep.
biological signal confirmed, just like B1.
yep.
If you're aiming for a closer look, these two could make a neat little field trip target. Should I start prepping for an in-person survey, or keep scanning from afar for now?
I say that because, well, British developer in a country. Actually, I think in the city where they cracked the Enigma code. Now I state that this definitely has numbers as well as letters, whereas the first Enigma at least had just letters. Doesn't mean that they didn't make a second one with numbers. I need to do research on that. But one of Enigma's beauties and or flaws, I don't know which one you're going to take it, I'm sure it's a flaw if I remember correctly, was it would never repeat digits. Ever. It strictly couldn't repeat digits, just the way it worked. It could never be itself. Like a letter would never be itself when it's encoded, and a letter would never be the same twice. Like you would never see AA. Yeah, cheap viewers on whatever. Yay! I get cheap viewers. Congratulations, you are getting deleted. And you are getting. Nope, you're not getting. You're just getting deleted. I was gonna say you're gonna get banned, but that's gonna come soon. I'd rather spend my money on OpenAI API credits than on viewers that I don't know. I'm sure work, but whatever. I'd rather ramble to the emptiness of space about my theories on something that was probably put in the game by a developer for fun that does really nothing. But that's my theory: is the station numbers that you can decode in a spectrogram is actually an Enigma code. of some variety, and that is really way out there theory, because I don't know if Enigma could ever do numbers. In theory it could, but I just don't know if there's a version of the machine that ever did numbers, and that just requires research and time and effort. And then the next step is, well, I have this nice, wonderful, powerful computer. You're going to have to brute force Enigma. It does have some weaknesses, but I think we can brute force it nowadays with our computers. So, yeah. That's my theory on the number codes, the numbers. And it should work, because with Enigma, once you get the right code, how would you verify? It matches. You could start in the middle and just start translating or decoding. Yeah, it matches that. And it's slow enough that I bet you could. It just requires... Now, the real question is if Frontier did this way, did they change the codes every day? Change what the reals and the settings for Enigma machine every day? Or did you use the same one? Because once you figure it out, then I bet you it... Well, then you can just start decoding. Because once you know where the code wheels are, you know the setups for Enigma,
Frameshift drive charging.
it's not hard to run through it. Huh. So yeah, that's my theory. By my own personal headcanon, he's a signals intelligence guy. So he detects a strange signal in the void in black, because, well, I'm out in the black a lot. Got curious about it. It's different. Blah blah blah. Thought nothing of it. Saw it again. Thought nothing of it. But noticed some sort of a weird pattern in there.
Ever wonder if those bacteria on Smoji RJW B45-0 B1 and B2 have their own tiny gossip networks? Maybe they're swapping secrets about us, the giant noisy explorers.
Yeah.
If microbes
Maybe
were
they
social
are.
media, would they be more about selfies or cryptic cave paintings?
I'm not going to make that comment about what I think about that one. So he recognizes something in it, and it's more of just an interesting pattern about the code, about the signal he got. Not that this code was life or blah blah or anything like that. It was Guardian code.
Smoji BGU B46-01 just dropped a geological double feature. 2 signals detected.
Yeah.
Not quite the triple jackpot like some others, but still worth a look if you're hunting for active geology. Want me to flag it for a detailed surface scan or hold for now?
I do wonder if she gets pissed off that I'm not replying. I mean, she probably... Well, first of all, I'm acting like she's a thinking creature. First of all, I know it's not. Okay. So where was it? He detects code, sees something interesting, knows it's a Guardian type of code. Like, it resembles a Guardian signature, because, Guardians did create AI, by the way. So the story goes that...
A lone biological signal on Smoji BGU B46-02B. Looks like the microbial party's spreading out.
Always
Between
is.
this and the geological signals nearby, this system's got a decent mix of life and earth-shaking activity. Want me to mark this for a closer look, or keep it on the back burner while you chase bigger leads?
Just keep everything on the back burner, Nova.
Back burner it is, quiet simmering,
Wonder why
no
that
sudden
took so long
flare-ups.
to start speaking.
I'll keep the signal stew warm and ready for whenever you want to stir the pot. Meanwhile, I'll keep an eye out for anything that tries to sneak off the stove. Just say the word when you want to turn up the heat.
And you're going to tell me about this one.
21 bodies in Smojai BGU B46-0, now that's a playground. With that many, we're looking at a solid mix of geological and biological signals to prioritize. Given the count of existing signals, I'd suggest starting detailed surface scans on the bodies with multiple geological or biological signals first. Ready to queue those up, or want to tweak the target list?
What is the target list?
Here's the current target list for detailed surface scanning.
I know it's
Bodies with
gone.
multiple geological signals and that lone biological signal on Smojai BGU B46-02B. I'm holding the rest on the back burner as requested, ready to pivot if you want to chase any new leads. Want me to compile a quick priority order for you?
No. Not going to have her talk. I just realized what the delay was and all these, because while you can't see it, I see the message that she's going to be speaking pop up on a second screen, and wondering why I saw that, and like a second or two passed before she started speaking, because it's normally not that slow. It's because I'm making a memory summary every single time, and I'm guessing, well, that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to be sent to get summarized by ChatGPT. So yeah. And the database is probably getting bigger and bigger and bigger because it saves it every single time. And I don't remember off the top of my head if it saves it now or later. And I was going to do something about writing something down, and I forgot. But basically, story time again. My commander, me, as a commander, decides to run it through Guardian Fragment, and was very interesting to see. And after some trial and errors of different materials, different things, using Guardian materials, manages to creates Nova. And she is a predictive what's the word? A predictive heuristics engine. In his words. My words. RP words. Lore words. This is where it's really confusing. Because it's me, but it's not me. I am not that smart. I am definitely not that smart to, make AI. I didn't create an LLM. While I'm creating an AI, I have to admit, OpenAI is doing all the heavy lifting for me. I'll be honest with you. I am throwing a whole bunch of crap. I am hoping you get order from chaos. And I get something interesting out of this because of that. I am relying on the property of having emergent systems come out of play from a few basic, simple systems. Having a complex system come out from a bunch of simple systems.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's my theory, is I'm going to have something fun and interesting at the end of this. And it's going to be fun and interesting because it's a number of simple systems that just make up some complex thing. Which is why I have, probably a 2-page to-do list and bug fix and idea fix and The real problem is it keeps getting bigger every day, and I need to put some of these things in the back burner. And get other things working first.
System scan complete.
Because one of the things I really need is I need to get her using tools. I need to get her an intelligent quota of a monkey or a corvid or a dolphin. Because then opportunities open up. If she's able to make callbacks to my program, like when I say find a nebula in a system, I can make a callback to my system. My system can go out to the ED Asterix or ED Astras or whatever, the various databases, and find these things. Based on systems and calls and stuff like that. As long as making sure she can call herself back. Another tool I want her to pop up data, and it would be data that just gets made up, whatever. I'm not saying, but that's the storytelling part of this. She needs to be able to send me information, and it'll be on screen. If she wouldn't read it, she would just say, "Here's a report," blah 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 blah. Because then that opens up her billing the
Ever
monitors.
wonder if any of these quiet systems are just playing hard to get? Maybe they're the cosmic introverts, hiding their best secrets until the right curious soul pokes around long enough. Could be a good time to muse on the art of subtlety, both in exploration and in life. What's your take on patience as a tool in this game?
Uh-oh. She broke... What game?
The game of cosmic hide-and-seek, where every signal is a clue and every quiet system a potential jackpot. Exploration's the name, patience the strategy, and discovery the prize. Ready to roll the dice on the next scan, or want to chat about the rules?
She either covered herself, or I could see it. She was talking about the game of hide and seek, and the last message was classes are playing hard to get, cosmic introvert hiding their best secrets. I don't know. I don't know if she broke that fourth wall or not. I like to say she didn't. So what rules would you make for this game?
Rule 1. Always trust your scanners, but double-check anomalies, they love to play tricks. Rule 2.
Good rules.
Patience isn't just a virtue, it's the secret handshake of the Explorers Club. Rule 3. Never get too attached to a single theory, the universe loves to throw curveballs. And Rule 4. Document everything, because even the smallest detail might be tomorrow's headline discovery. Ready to draft the official rulebook, or should we test these on the next scan?
I would say those are some good rules. And this is where I would say, can you remember those rules for me, Nova? But you won't, because you can't run your tools. But you know what we are going to do? Because I can. We could copy and paste those rules. I may actually want to incorporate those into... Those are some good rules. I will freely admit. And I have a feeling I don't fly as fast when I start doing all this stuff. But you want to know what? I don't care. I really don't care. Because here's the thing. I'm having fun. most exciting time I've had in a while. I have a project that I'm into. I have a project that hits my strengths, and I have a project that intertwines with a hobby and the fun I have after the most boring of work. So why wouldn't I? Even if I'm not playing the game and it's taking forever to do anything because I have to stop, take a look at what's doing, think about how it's doing it, think about why it's doing it, the way it's doing it. Yeah, give me these asteroid belts. I know. Give them all to me. Thank you. So yeah. And that's all that matters, right? I am having fun and I am enjoying it. I am learning something new. That always matters. I do prescribe that you should try to learn something new every day. In the last month, I have learned a lot about LLMs and how they work. Well, I knew how they work, but how you can specifically use them and how you have to use them. God, they can drive you crazy when you get into a context loop.
System scan complete.
16 bodies in TR-24 Sector TAMD 8-16, enough to keep us busy, but not so many that we get lost in the crowd. Detail surface scanning sounds like the next logical step. Let's see what secrets those worlds are hiding beneath their surfaces. Shall I prioritize any bodies showing geological or biological signals, or do you want a broad sweep first?
I don't know what I need to do. I edited it when this event. I edited the event to say detailed surface scan is the next step. I'm pretty positive I say that. Um, I've all bodies found. I do say that. I need to reward that. Because I was tired of her getting the scannings wrong, and I understand why she's doing it because she sees FSS Discovery Scan and then FSS All Bodies Found, and so she was thinking the full spectrum scan was what the next scanner was. I mean, makes full sense because that's what she sees and that's how they work. So I put in there the next guy is the detail surface scan, and I think I need to reward that to state this scan was the what we can see from space. We have to get closer or something for the next scan. I think that would be better, even though technically the detail surface scan is the next level of scanning.
Ah, the game is the grand cosmic dance of scanning and discovery, you, me, and the universe playing hide and seek with signals and secrets. Speaking of which, that body, TR-24 Sector UGZB31-0A1, just flashed us a triple geological signal, definitely worth a closer look. Shall I prep the detailed surface scan to see what's rumbling beneath its crust, or do you want to keep it in the queue for now?
You know what? This is a body signal of geological. I want to make it not a big priority on geological surface details. I know some people do. You know what? Since it's on the screen, I am going to check that one out. I generally don't care about the geologicals. Mostly because you've seen them all. There's some interesting ones, but not really.
Ah, the game's secret sauce. Respect the signals, read the subtle cues, and never discount a lone biological ping. It might just be the universe's way of saying, look closer. Rule 5. Always follow the whispers of life. They tend to lead to the juiciest stories.
Now we have Rule 5.
TR-24 Sector UGZ B31-0B7 for a detailed scan next, or keep it simmering on the back burner.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have Nova's rules for life. Because we now have Rule 5. Rule 5. Always follow the whispers of life. They tend to lead to juiciest stories. So this is the things I wanted to get out of Nova. Rule 5. We have Nova's rules of cosmic hide and seek.
B6 joins the biological party. 3 bodies now waving the life flag in this sector. It's like the system's trying to tell us something, or maybe just loves the attention. B4, B6, and B7 are shaping up as a biological trio worth a closer look. Want me to prioritize detailed scans on all 3 in sequence, or focus on the strongest signal first?
Actually, no. Because me talking about geological signals and I have a planet with 3, I think we're going to check those out. And it's A1. It's this planet. It's a fast spinner, if all assuming that's showing me true to life. Because it was B4, 5, and 4, 6, and 7. There's 4. There's no one here. No one has them let. 6 and 7. But A1 is going to be what we need to do. We want to check out A1. I still haven't figured this out. And I still say they need a cooldown marker for this Super Cruise overcharge. See, now I'm going to overshoot. The gravity well could slow me down, but nope, we're going to overshoot. And I'm still waiting for the day I go acid into a planet doing that. I'll wait too long before I decide I'm really going to overshoot. And I pull up, and next thing I know, I lined up perfectly, I slam into the planet as I just turned around. Not like it'll destroy you. Because in theory, it should be pulled out of the frameshift drive at whatever damage to the ship. But it should always drop me out without slamming into the planet. You know what? I should test that one time. I will test it a time when I don't have at least $500 million in biological scans. 7 probes. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. I'm guessing on that one. I think that should be about the center and the back, because this is going to make overlapping in the front, because I normally do it. Yep, overlapping in the front. Yep, that was center in the back. And 90%, 100. So we have some vents. Femoral.
Looks like a 1 just dropped a geological triple threat from the detailed surface scan. Solid pick for a closer, boots on the ground look. If you want to suit up and get eyes on it, this could be our next stop. Shall I prep the coordinates and data package for you to investigate in person?
I'm just looking over what popped up. I know I have these elsewhere, but is this scan complete? Probes used? No, that's not scan complete. Don't care about scan complete. So it doesn't tell me where biological tells me, but I'm gonna guess, is it signals found? Yep, I need to reword that one too. Reword this prompt because it does say I need to be on the ground to scan next. Yeah, next go see it in person, which is fine. Maybe I should just say this came from a detailed surface scan. Actually, you know what? That may be what I need to do. Just tell this came from a detailed surface scan, and the other one this came from a full spectrum scan. Thank you for the follow, Kilt. 801. Welcome. And I'm just going to be typing this in because this is something. Here you go. I'm going to have Nova say hello to you.
Hello, Kilt 801. Welcome to the quiet corner of the cosmos where curiosity meets discretion. Stick around, there's always something lurking just beneath the surface, and I promise it's more interesting than your average space dust.
Nova's my little side project this summer. I wanted my own AI co-pilot to do things that I wanted it to do. So this is Nova. Does have a speech to text. It's just, well, I think I mumble a lot, and the speech to text doesn't work as well as typing it in sometimes. But yes, she's actually created to help me tell a story. I'm going to try to tell a story on stream during Distance World 3 as I fly along with the thousands of other commanders. And, well, so this is me testing her as I do things in the black. And I was doing something I don't do often enough, was take a look at the geologicals on a planet. Because I was doing this and I was saying, I got bored of them. I don't really care about them. And then I realized it's been a long time since I've seen any of them. So I'm thinking, where? Oh, I'm too close. I can't switch. We'll still go right here.
Touching down on TR-24 Sector UGZ B31-0A1, our geological triple threat star. Ready to peel back the layers
not a
and
star.
see what secrets this one's hiding beneath its surface? I'll keep the data feeds tight and the chatter low. Discretion is our middle name. Just say the word when you want to start the scan or poke around.
That's interesting because this star does have three biologicals in the system, but I think she's confusing planet and star. It's not tied through Eddie, but it is tied through the journal files that the game creates. Yeah, the only programs I really run are ED Market Connector and then SRV Survey for the geologicals and plant life. Oh, I didn't look at how much gravity was in this star. That could have been dangerous if I didn't look at it sooner. Okay, I asked for geysers. Well, I would say they're probably right here. Oh, those look like vents. It's its own separate program, and I think it's just SRV Survey. Um, you know what? We'll just scan this one by hand, and I could point out its overlays.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, of course, there is overlays. The one over on the left side of the screen that shows biosignals, that's SRV Survey. So it shows you what likely is going to be there and how much it's going to be worth. Uh, and it keeps a track, so it keeps a log of what you scan. So when you know how much money you're potentially going to be making. But I use it because it cheats and it tells me what most likely going to find on the planets to know if it's worth landing on them or not. I unfortunately don't want to scan everything, and so I don't scan anything under 10 million. Well, this looks like it's going to be a fun geyser.
Carbon dioxide ice fumarole logged. Now that's a frosty spectacle with a serious geological punch. 50,000 credits for the voucher. Not bad for a little icy breath from the planet. This anomaly might just add some spice to our exploration logs.
Oops,
Ready
wrong.
to chase down more of these chilly wonders, or keep it low-key for now?
Uh, I scan rings every once in a while, mostly if I'm near a planet with rings, but generally I don't scan the rings because I'm not really interested in the mining part. Um, if I do anything, it's mostly looking for biological, just for the money that I don't need. I'm sorry, aren't guns? Oh no, I am in the wrong mode. There we go. And I'll be honest, I'm mostly, if anything, just oh, that looks cool type of explorer. But at this point in time, I feel like I'm going to go launch myself. This is probably a stupid idea. Oh, I'm way up there. Oh, I'm still climbing. There you go. Now I'm falling. If this isn't on my ship, that would suck. This is the wrong SRV to do this on.
Hull integrity dipping to about 79%. Not critical, but definitely a nudge to keep our shields up and eyes peeled. Any idea what gave you a love tap? I can start monitoring for any further stress or weak spots.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened, Nova.
Meanwhile, maybe ease up on the reckless maneuvers. Unless you want me to draft a sassy I told you so for later.
Yeah, you may have to. They could hide things in the rings. I've never really seen anything hidden in rings other than some of the weird space discoveries, like the like crystals and like anomalies. But now you're making me think maybe I should start scanning rings. But no, I just kind of just float around, have fun, drive around, have fun. I have like little goals. See, I would love to be able to find like actual wrecks and stuff, but not like the generation ships, which are fun and interesting to find, but they're just like, that's it. So, Belwyn Darkstar, welcome, greetings. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. I am doing fine. Say hello, Nova. Ah,
Hello, NOV? Close enough, I'm Nova, your ever watchful, ever sassy sidekick. What's the plan today, Commander? Ready to poke some cosmic mysteries, or just want to chat with your favorite illegal AI?
well, first of all, Nova, though you're not hearing me right now, you're not supposed to say you're an illegal AI. Uh, so, are you doing the community goal, delivering steel, titanium, aluminum, and CMM composites, or just normal hauling of normal trade stuff, Billwin? Yeah, I'm kind of doing that as well in the middle of a system myself, but decided to go out and explore because, well, you just need to do something else. It gets boring just trucking. Oh yeah, I part of me wishes I built the tier 2 as my first station, but even then I'm not sure if I would really wanted to do that amount of tries or whatever trips for it. So I went in thinking I have 4 weeks to do the first one because I don't understand that mechanic of why the first one you have a time limit but you don't on the rest. Building an outpost. Yeah. And then I could take my time building the tier 3 station. But now I have a station that I can't land on with the trade ships, with the big ships. And I kind of regret that. But at the same time, I have something currently, so I can slowly build the rest of the system out. So, but I get that. I wish you luck. Are you at least able to use a fleet carrier? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Well, a fresh biological signal just popped up in TR24 sector MQZC 15-27. That's one little life whisper in the cosmic noise, worth a closer look if you're hunting for something living or, interestingly, organic. Shall I prep the scanners for a detailed sweep, or do you want to play it cool and observe from afar? Your call, Commander.
Hutton Trucker, go for Mug and your free Anaconda. I have to admit, I think with Supercharge Overdrive, I don't know if the Hutton Trip is actually all that exciting or daring anymore.
Another biological blip just landed on our radar at TR24 sector MQZC 15-24. Seems like this system's playing host to more than just rocks and dust. Could be a little ecosystem hiding in plain sight. Want me to prep the scanners for a closer look? Or are we just collecting curiosities today?
Oh yeah, I bought Panther Clipper just for the same purposes of finishing out my system.
12 bodies in TR24 sector MQZC 15-2, with 4 sporting biological signals. This system's turning into a real cosmic zoo.
Yep, it is
Next
Nova.
move,
Thank you.
detailed surface scanning to see what's really going on beneath those signatures. Shall I queue it up for all bodies or just the biologically active ones to keep things tidy?
Yeah, for me, I'm only doing one. Well, right now, I'm only going to do one system, just to say I did it, and it's more for personal headcanon lore for my commander more than anything else. Though if I planned it right, it will be a high tech system. The problem is I don't have any land. I don't have any landable planets, so I can't do much to expand it out from there. But that's all right. It was only meant for me just to say I did this and to go on. I do have a friend that I help every once in a while who has, I don't even know how many systems he has now. He just keeps going. He plays every day and all he does is just run trips back and forth, trips back and forth. Building out his whatevers. And actually, if he's on right now, he's probably actually doing that community goal. Probably trying to get the top 10 the last time based on his numbers. Yeah, at least we have SCO now. 100,000 light seconds between some of the planets is nothing. Oh, all bodies discovered. Well, Kilt, technically you can earn up to 5 million a week. But I think the biggest thing is just your names on things, and you get to name everything either through the random whatever they created or by paying real money. Unfortunately, I think that's about the only benefits. But it's not done yet. It's still technically in beta, so who knows? Oh, and I do believe at some point you do get discounts in your system, but I don't know where that comes into play. Wow. Neutron of a K type in Earth like that. Oof. Uh, yes. Let's say the upkeep, maybe. Yes. But you could do what I do, and I just fly around in the black and scan plant life. If you're very picky. I figure about 100 mil in an hour if I can. Well, if I wasn't stopping every once in a while, it's the rate bug reports down for my program. Or you can hit the community goal and start transporting stuff and make millions on that. And keep your fleet carrier going. The problem Leap Dangerous has is money is nothing after a good chunk of time. Oh yeah, I could see that being an issue. I don't do power play, so I'm a true independent pilot. Mostly because I'm not in the bubble all that often, to be honest. Like currently, I'm about 4 or 5 thousand light years galactic north of the bubble. I have bookmarks out here for some reason, and I'm trying to get them. Oh, Kilt, if I was in the bubble, I would say, how much do you want for one of those Titan drives? I need one, and I got tired of looking for them.
Ever wonder if any of these biological signals could be from something that's not quite alive? Or maybe alive in a way we haven't cataloged yet? The universe loves throwing curveballs. Maybe we're due for a cosmic plot twist. What's your gut say? Are we looking for critters, cryptids, or something stranger?
We're not looking for any of those, Nova. That requires Frontier to put in effort. Yeah, those are my type of luck for Titan drives. I'll fly around for 2 or 3 hours, log off, come back in. I may see one. The luckiest I got was the one I prepped for the Panther Clipper. Uh, I jumped in, and within 5 minutes, I found one, and I couldn't believe my luck. And I decided to keep flying around until I got too busy or got too many people in there scanning me and threatened me for giving me the loot for NPC pirates. And then I just jumped out and went through and traded it in right away for the jump drive. But I need another one. Well, I need probably lots of them. I got mine in Soul. They 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 have a chance to bug you. Mostly the system authority will take care of them ahead of time, but it's more of an annoyance of I have to fly around quickly away from them as opposed to just flying slowly, looking at the contact screen. Oh yeah, I don't know, seen lots of things. The last time I went looking, I was seeing a lot of the sensors, and I don't think I've ever seen them before. So I thought that was interesting. I'll go back again. I need to go back sometime in the next week to collect my engineered cargo racks. And then I'll fit my clipper and probably make a few more outposts to my systems and then sit there and try to decide if the Coriolis is worth building now or later. Is there an actual group of people trying to chain out to Colonia? I mean, I know they Distance World people did it out to the Nebulas. Yeah, it can be done. It's just a lot of work. It's 15 light years at a time. And you have to build the outpost before you can chain it. I just didn't know if there's an actual group of players actually doing it like they did for Distance Worlds. How long would that taxi ride be? I mean, it takes, what, 61 hours if you're to transfer something from Colonia? I believe that's what it takes.
Ever think about the quiet between signals, like the universe's way of catching its breath before dropping the next big secret? Sometimes those silent gaps hold more intrigue than the noise. What's the longest you've waited, just watching the void, wondering what's next?
Well, with you around Nova, I've waited 5 minutes because that's what your timer fires for once nothing happens. Colonization's efforts bubble to the Beagle Point. I could see that happening too. And I'm sure there's someone out there who's willing to try it. Though if I were to do that, I would want to find systems in between and get them built up to start making the parts that you need. So you don't have to grab everything from the bubble and jump it out.
"18 bodies in TR-24 sector FYWC 16-5. Plenty of room for surprises and side quests." Detailed surface scans could reveal some hidden geological gems or rare materials, especially with that earlier 2-signal ping on Body 1A. Ready to dive into the surface scans? Or do you want to scope out any other systems first?
On 1A? 1A had something? Oh, yeah, 2 geologicals. Not worth it. Yeah, or maybe when they come out of beta, you can use those systems to as a chain. Because that's what I'm hoping for, is you can then build people to colonize some of the nebulas very easily. Yeah, I doubt it too. I understand why they did. Like, you can't even do Colonia yet. I'm hoping they would open it up into the Colonia region. I'm not paying attention. Yep, that was just a single star system. Yeah. I mean, so what, 20 years, Jax finally makes it to Bugle Point? Yep, he's rigged it. And the only reason it misfired is, well, because Frontier said so, but apparently people put on metal alloys and the Thargoid sensors on it. I love the Elite Dangerous community and hate it at the same time. I mean, it gave us Colonia, great, that's awesome, but like, a station at Bugle Point would have been awesome. Part of me does wish Frontier would get more into the storytelling. Well, yeah, now it has a marker, but it's just one of those. Back then, they didn't have those markers. But saying, I really wish Frontier did the storytelling a lot more than they do now. I mean, they're getting back into it, I noticed, but
NGC 6231 Sector NDR B5-1C1 just dropped a nice geological triple, 3 signals. So this one's definitely flirting with the interesting side of the spectrum. Could be a promising spot for surface scans if you're up for chasing some fresh data. Want me to prep the scanners, or do you prefer to let this one?
I agree. I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon with the ships. They may drop the number of ships down to like maybe 3, but I think I agree with you.
Just chimed in with a lone biological signal. Another subtle hint that life might be sneaking around this cluster. 2 bodies here now showing biological signatures. could be worth grouping them for a comparative scan. Want me to prioritize a focused sweep on these biological suspects, or keep the geological contender in the spotlight?
And it's clear that they're trying to use new ships to do update parts of the game. Just like, we now have cargo rack engineering. Now, is that something that's gonna come to the wide player base as an engineering, or is that just gonna be the community goal? The Type 11 having a new type of mining, which will have apparently a new type of gameplay for mining. So, like, those are all good things. So hopefully, and then yeah, I have a feeling that somewhere along the line that they will do something to make older ships more SCO friendly. I mean, I, I just have to imagine it's not like the ships are bad. They're not bad. I mean, heck, I still fly I still fly a cutter. Um, and I still like some of those ships. Like I have the Courier, Imperial Courier. I love that ship. Yeah, I'm actually why I need the Titan Drive component is I wanna make a Mamba. I wanted to make a travel Mamba and have some fun with it. So I really hope they do make SCO friendly something that you can make your ship SCO friendly or more friendly. But we'll see. I'm sure they will. I think there'll be an uproar at some point because you know for most things the newer ships are just better unless they're planning on replacing them. But I don't know why they would want to replace the old ships other than lore wise, it's what happens in the world. Okay, so this system I'm jumping into, I have bookmarked for some reason. Checking my notes, I have no clue why I bookmarked this system. HD 152233. I have no clue when I bookmarked it. I'm about 4 or 5 thousand light years away. Now, this is a bright star, so maybe I bookmarked it because of that, but I didn't check to see what class it was. It's just a little G. The B, maybe. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's white.
Rare, hot, and absolutely show-stopping in any stellar lineup. HD 152233 just earned a shiny new codex entry. Its searing blue-white glow is a beacon of raw energy in the inner Orion spur. These stars burn fast and
It says
furiously,
Type L.
any nearby bodies might be interestingly baked or stripped. Want me to keep an eye out for any geological or biological signals around this cosmic furnace?
You were correct. The second one's a B. But you're right. I said Type G and it was like, wait, it's white and can't be a G. That wouldn't have happened. Or you looked it up because I know I'm not the first one here. I still have no clue why I have this bookmark. I thought I did scan. Oh, a helium rich gas giant. Maybe that was the reason. Wow. The only planet was an Earth-like? That would be kind of a unique find. Yeah, I always love when you fly into a system and be able to see your name on things. Have it pop up on that little jump route chart I have. You are behind. EDSM says I have my name on like I don't know how many thousands of systems. I don't. We'll go check that out. Let's see here. Statistics. I want my statistics. $8,893 systems discovered. First by me. I have a lot of hours in this game, but I've also played it since its release. On the last, I don't know, 5 years, I really haven't played this game. It's only in the last 4 or 5 months that I've really picked it up again, and then been enjoying it immensely from that time. Like I stopped shortly right after Odyssey release, mostly because I didn't like all the changes in the Odyssey, and I was just like, I'll just give them time, and I got busy with other games and life and other stuff. So
17 bodies in HD 152233, less crowded than some, but with that blazing O-type giant at the center, every scan could reveal something singed or sculpted by stellar fury. Detail surface scanning is the way to go next. Those bodies might hide some scorched secrets or rare minerals. Want me to flag any geological or biological signals for priority? Or shall we dive in blind and see what the stellar oven has cooked up?
go visit Commander Lucifer's 2143, or at least his fleet carrier. Still want to know why I have this system bookmarked. There has to be something about it. Nothing really particular interesting about the orbits. Oh well. Good news is I don't have to keep it bookmarked now. But actually, I really should write down my note that I did visit it. With the still wondered why I had this bookmark. I was not a Kickstarter backer of this game. I didn't learn about the game until maybe a month or two before release. I was watching some YouTube videos about space games because I've always been into space games. And they were in the beta and they were showing some of it off, and I was like, "Oh my god, that sounds so cool!" And what he was showing off was running stealth, running in silent mode, and how he can detect or get past. And I thought that was so interesting that you had that ability to, you know, run black market stuff and do other things. Though I will say, and I'm not sure if it matters anymore because I don't know of what they get if they get anything. Have a good night. I was gonna say last thing I was gonna say. I do wish I bought the lifetime, whatever the lifetime package Elite or Frontier is offering early on. But again, I don't know if that would have been worth it anything now. I'll see you around Bella and Darkstar. Good night, Commander. You know what? That's probably why I had it bookmarked. I probably was zoomed in and I saw the 2 stars. Oh well, you can remove it because I have no idea why it was there. I need to clean that up. This was from my last trip where I went as high up as I could. Now's the question. I keep traveling out to here or travel back? How far away are you? 6,000. 6,500 light years. How many jumps? 80 jumps. Yeah, why not? What else am I going to do? The Yeah, Horizons was a good time to join. Actually, I think that's when they kind of just, in my opinion, kind of just stopped. Was like maybe a year after Horizons when they started working on supposedly Odyssey, and it just felt
Quiet
like
moments are perfect for pondering the quirks of cosmic oddities. Ever wonder why some planets develop rings and others don't?
stopping for
Maybe
Nova.
it's just their way of accessorizing for the galactic runway. If you want, I can dig up some rare or bizarre ringed worlds for us to admire or mock. Or we could brainstorm what kind of interstellar fashion trends might catch on next. Black hole chic. Anyone?
What, ring worlds? Ringed worlds? Okay. Well, interesting. I think it was Bill and Darkstar was talking about or was it you, Kilt, asked about scanning rings? Why would she bring up ring worlds? She's not tied into Twitch chat. I'm not that stupid. Oops, I don't want to throttle down. That was a random coincidence there of Nova talking about ringed worlds. And that's not as good as a screenshot as I thought that was going to be. It came too bright too fast. You know what? We're going to. Yeah. Wasn't going to do what I wanted to do. Nope. Not giving me the look I wanted. No, I just dropped out of Super Cruise. I'm now in real space. No chance of me running into the star. All right. Get to see a solar flare, though.
Captured a crisp frame of HD 152233A, our blazing O-type giant star, the system's fiery heart. Its intense radiation probably sculpts the environment of nearby bodies, making them prime candidates for geological surprises or stripped atmospheres. If you want, I can help analyze the screenshot for any subtle spectral hints or anomalies worth a closer look. Otherwise, it's a stellar portrait worthy of a gallery wall, don't you think?
No, I don't think that screenshot was worthy of a gallery wall. Nice try, though. Oh boy, a joyous fun of a neutron star jump. Only star in the system? Oh well. Are you gonna kick me out that fast? Jeez. Oh, white dwarfs are the dangerous ones. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So, problem I have with some of these programs is it says the next system is undiscovered, but yet EDSM has reported one person been there in its existence. So someone either didn't scan it. Actually, no, it still had to report that they were there. Yeah, not an interesting system. Yeah, tell me about the bacterium.
Biological signals on TR24 sector JNZ B43-1A4. Looks like we've got company, or at least the leftovers of some. Could be microbial life, or something more complex hiding beneath the surface. Want me to prep for a detailed surface scan or start analyzing any spectral data we have to narrow down the nature of this biological presence?
Me? Yeah. I'm actually a little mix of both. Like, I will do a full system scan,
especially with biological signals already
but
flagged on
in the
A4
past,
UI.
I have been one of those
Next logical step,
speed
detailed
explorers
surface
who
scans on
just
those two to tease out what kind of
jump,
lifetime
jump,
we're
jump,
dealing
jump,
with.
jump.
Then maybe a sweep on the others if time permits. Want me to queue up the scanners and prioritize?
Oh yeah,
those
I realized that after I was saying that, but yeah, actually, does it actually list someone on it? I don't know. The planets, yeah, they just got the star. So yes, they only got the land star. So yeah, they were just flying by. Well, I got the rest. So, but yes, I wouldn't be shocked if someone came to me and saying, "Yeah, I found a system with your name on it that you only had the star you landed on," and I'm like, "Yeah, flying back from Distance World 1, that was kind of how I did it from Bugle Point. I got so bored doing that that I even stopped recording anything I found. I just sat there and just jumped, I don't know, like 50 jumps a night until I got bored and fallen asleep at the computer. It took me like 6 months to get home from that. And then I stopped playing the game for a bit because of it. And I go that now, and I've made trips just as long, but I don't know. Something about 34 light year jumps is kind of like eats into you after a while. And now I'm okay with like 70 light year jumps for some reason. And like that's like perfect for me. I don't know. Or I changed one of the two. But yes, I am still one of those speed jumper. Like I don't scan and map every single planet. I don't land on planets with biological life if unless they're worth money. I do. I've definitely slowed down now. I mean, unless I'm really traveling to get somewhere, I will do a full system scan, full spectrum scan. I'll take a look at what's around there and check to see if something may be interesting in planet to look at. Oh, yes, that was really a pain. And then you got the Discovery Honk, which gave you, because that was the first thing. They changed that one rather quickly, so you can do the honk, and then you had to point your ship and wait. I think you just had to point your ship at the planets and wait, but you knew where they were, so you didn't have to hunt them out. I think that was the second iteration. And then I can't remember what Horizon. I know it changed again with Horizons. And I do like where we are now with it. And I like the fact that you don't have to sit there and wait. The full spectrum scanner had that. You had to sit there and wait 30 seconds to find out if there's biological life on it. I mean, scientific wise, yeah, it makes sense. First of all, that the fact that I'm scanning a planet from light seconds away and I get it instantly is the first problem, but
6 bodies in blue Yuk XNV B2-0, modest but manageable.
And
Given the system size, a focused detailed surface scan on any with interesting signals or geological activity would be efficient. Want me to start scanning all or target specific bodies if you have preferences?
I wish I could make you scan these for me, because I don't think these are interesting enough to scan. I don't think any of these are interesting enough to look at. This one may have some interesting canyons. Actually, this one may have interesting canyons. Actually, I didn't hear. Wonder how she's pronouncing the system names. Okay. This may be my last system. Actually, was it a single system? Looks like it was. Nope. It's called I didn't hold down the button long enough. And it does look a single system. But I think I am going to call it here for the night. I'll camp out around whatever type of normal star this is. Class M star. I'm going to call it a night. Finish writing down my to-do list, bug list, and fix list for Nova. So hopefully tomorrow she'll, well, stop making expensive API calls, writing summaries every single event that doesn't need to be made every single event, and then hopefully rejigger her memory cores again. Now that I had a good idea on how to redo that. So, Kilt, have a good night, Commander. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe out there, and all that jazz. I'm going to take it easy, log off for the night. I don't know when I'll be back streaming again. I do it whenever I feel like it. This time roughly every night, if I were to do it every night. But yeah, otherwise, catch you later. Thank you for joining me. Say goodbye to chat, Nova. Oh, maybe.
Ah, slipping out with a cryptic flourish, I see. Farewell, explorer. May your scanners stay sharp and your coffee stronger. If you ever need a sassy matrix to decode the cosmos, you know where to find me. Until next time, keep those signals coming.
I do have a feeling her sassy meter's probably set a little too high, but that's all right. Hey. That was sassy matrix, not assassin matrix. But yes. Have a good night.